All right, what is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is Tank Kramer with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly over here, and we're gonna check out the new Andor trailer. I haven't seen it yet. I heard good things. I heard other people talking about it, and they're pretty hyped about it. I like the first trailer, so
I'm the resident Andor hater, so let's see.
yeah, so yeah, let's check it out, and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Bring it up.
I came with you to be part of something. The Empire cannot win. It's a different kind of mission. If it goes up in flames, it will burn very brightly.
But if I'm giving up everything, I want to win. We have to. We must stand together. We will be crushed.
Resistance is absurd.
It's a weapon. They're building a weapon. The monster will come for us all.
Revolution is not for the sane. You're right here, and you're ready to fight. There's a future here for those who dare.
Welcome to the rebellion.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I didn't see that trailer. It looks solid.
Yeah, that's another good trailer. Like, I hope the show's good. You know, ooh, when he says, was the revolution is not for the sane? I was like, that's a good line.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I think that was my standout line of the trailer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think what Brian, what you're thinking, this feels like more Star Wars than the first season, just from the trailers so far. I mean, we only got 2 trailers.
And it gives off like a vibe that goes hand in hand with Rogue One.
Appropriately. It feels more Rogue One.
One of my favorite Star Wars movies, by the way. But yeah, it feels more like a companion piece to that.
Rogue One is not one of my favorite Star Wars movies, but it's good. Star Wars movies,
Disney Star Wars.
Yeah, well, it's the world's tallest little person. Okay,
it's the Suicide Squad movie that Warner Brothers failed to deliver that year.
It looks interesting. If you told me that the show ended up being very pretentious and not very action and being boring, I can believe it. Right now, from what I'm seeing, I'm going in thinking that it's going to be good. All right, that they're going to do it. But if it turned out to not be good, I can see where I can still see those elements. There's nothing that surprises me here, because the first season had great trailers, and none of that shit really happened. Everything that happened in the trailer, that's all the action you got.
So. And I'm expecting it to be divisive, just as divisive as the first season. Because aren't Tony and Dan Gilroy still in charge? Aren't they still doing this show?
Probably. I haven't heard about anybody leaving.
Yeah, because they've always been pretty divisive writers and directors, just kind of look at their track record. So when I heard that they were taking on Andor, I kind of expected something pretty divisive. They're very niche directors. So I'm kind of expecting that, to be honest, again, this coming season. I'm expecting something just as divisive.
Like, F it, and I don't know if Star Wars could stand to have another show to be like Andor season 1 was, and be that divisive and non-action packed. Yeah, and honestly, that's what I'm worried about. They're going to kill Star Wars.
I don't think they'll kill Star Wars.
It's on.
I think
it's deathbed. So
I think that I don't think they'll kill Star Wars. I think that a lot of the major franchises, more often than not, or at least sometimes, have like that one attempt at doing something kind of like artsy fartsy or art housey. And I think this is the Star Wars this is Star Wars art house.
You're not wrong.
do that, but you can't do that with the bad press and the bad stuff that you've been releasing. You're not on a track record that's ascending. You're on a track record that's descending. So if you do that and take that chance, you could kill the franchise. Literally what I'm talking about. Like if you look at what they've released, it hasn't been good. And they're losing more and more people all the time. Mm-hmm. So to think that I'm Star Wars, I'm above that, I can do whatever the hell I want. Guess what's going to happen? People are going to stop paying attention and no one's going to care.
Oh. Star Wars has always had a kind of political commentary to it that they really haven't kind of scratched the surface with. So I do appreciate what the Gilroys are doing. I do get what you're saying in terms of the timing with a lot of the quality, like what was the last Star Wars thing that came out? The Acolyte? No. Skeleton Crew. Which was kind of more aimed at a certain demographic, and then nobody liked the Acolyte.
Well, you keep on going. You're not keep it going. What else came after before then? And then went before then, and then before then.
Wait, what was
nothing has been good since what? The Mandalorian season 2?
No, wait.
Yeah.
So you have Ahsoka. You have but people are just like
Kenobi.
Kenobi, that people think is the worst thing since I don't know, Outhouses. Like I mean, you could talk about Solo. People hated that shit. I'm talking about like everything they've done has been subpar. You're not going far back enough at how bad this has been. And when you really start to add things up, you realize you can't go a decade with bad shit and think that you're going to still get the same answer.
But the problem with Andor is critics love this shit. Season 1, people love it. That acting like it's the best thing ever.
Some people do, and then some people hate it. But it's divisive.
I mean, I think most. I want to say most fans, but but it won awards. It won stuff. I mean, you have a bunch of people that are like, this is like the best Star Wars ever. And I'm like, it's wild. But
a lot of critics eat up that that kind of artsy type, the art housey kind of,
And what happens when you lose your
core fans, which is the main issue?
What happens, Brandman?
Yeah,
it dies.
Well, for me, Star Wars is never going to die. Well, it'll take a long break, but it'll never die.
I don't know.
It's got to
let George Lucas die, and then let them keep on doing stuff like this and watch.
They won't die.
Yeah, I think it has enough longevity. It's been around for it's still stood the test of time in terms of even with the quality at this point in time. But we'll see. I hope I hope there's more. I don't want to say engagement because, like I said, the second time around, I warmed up to it a little more, but I would kind of like for them to deliver a little more of what we associate with traditional Star Wars. But we'll see. I kind of appreciated the approach, but it's bigger than me.
We will see. Because I'm telling you guys, things have died before. It's never going to die.
Andor's not going to do it though, because too many people like Andor. Like I look at the Rotten Tomatoes. It's a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes with the critics, 87% with audience.
And then, but you
Andor's
see
not
all the
gonna
other,
kill.
you see all the other hate too, and then how divisive it could be, and how many people you're losing in the core audience of it. And then you're gonna put out the Ray movie, and then you. So I'm telling you,
I mean, yeah, but I
it's
mean,
this
well, yeah,
stuff.
we're just
We're
talking about
not
Andor
go-
right now, though. But,
No,
like,
I'm talking about
Andor's not
Star
gonna hit.
Wars. Yeah, I'm telling you that
Yeah.
Star Wars could die soon. It's like
Nah.
if you
If
keep
it's
on going,
bad, they'll put it on the shelf for a while and just kind of
you're
play
just
around
really
with their toys
thinking that
back
people are
in.
not going to forget, people are not going to die out, and then the newer
You forgot
generation
about the
is going to
fucking
be worried about.
prequels? Now people love the prequels. That shit's trash. Ask Gonzo. That shit's garbage, But you wait long enough and people are like,
It's not
oh, you get that
garbage.
nostalgia to it. Oh, prequels suck ass, man. I watched them again and I was like, oh.
The prequels were just 2.5-hour CG showcase reels. The best
They were
one
good
out
parts.
of
Don't get me wrong.
yeah,
I just disagree with you guys.
the best out of the
it like
bunch.
literally a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
I still
it's-
disagree.
I rewatched them
Clone
too.
Wars is trash.
Yeah, episode one.
I would think Revenge of the Sith is great, and I don't give a fuck what y'all
I'm
say.
sorry, Hanzo. I rewatched it because of you. I rewatched it because of Hanzo. I was like, oh, this is bad.
Revenge of the Sith is good. I don't care.
Episode
Revenge of the
one
Sith has a good ending.
Episode one was
No.
episode one was not very good.
But again,
yeah, Phantom, the Clone or Revenge of the Sith, or Attack of the Clones.
You guys are talking about what's being ranked, how is ranked, and tell you, Revenge of the Sith is ranked high.
It's my turn.
You've been talking for 5 minutes. You don't get to the point.
Well, yeah, well, it's just.
And then,
but people were saying that back then.
Revenge of the Sith was just.
It had a great fight, and that's what people love about it.
Mm-hmm.
It had a great fight. The beginning sucked. The ending where he screams "no" was stupid as shit.
The only thing I thought was stupid.
It was one of the best. If it was the best fight in Star Wars ever,
Not easy.
I give you that.
Easy.
The best fight, hands down.
I also think that I will say this. The only thing that I thought was really stupid is that she died because of bad feelings. But that shit was
she died of a broken heart. Two brand new kids to live for.
Yeah,
and she's still hung up on the dude who just force choked her out.
Yeah. So Darth Maul was bad. That's why it has good parts. Darth Maul should not have died though. But either way, but when the prequels were coming out, people were saying the same thing. This is the end of Star Wars. It's dead. We're Star Wars is done.
But Tank, you gotta remember, as you go along, you have more baggage. As you continue to go, you have more baggage. So like it's not the same. It's comparing. As you keep on going, more baggage is. People are gonna stop to not agree. People are not going to want to see it anymore, or it's going to lose.
But you put it on the shelf for a while. You put it on the shelf for a while. People are gonna like it because that's what happened with the prequels and the sequels. People were like done. Like Star Wars is dead. The prequels suck ass. You put it on a shelf for a long time, and then you release a new one, and it makes $1 billion fucking dollars.
Yeah, but what if those people die out? I don't think you guys remember, like Star Wars? It's easy to do it 30 years later. It's hard doing 50.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't.
You know what I'm saying? Does that make any sense?
Prequels, or the originals to the sequels. That's what you're talking about. From the 70s to 2000 and
as you go along, because those kids were teenagers right then in the 70s, right? Teenagers, the people that really are following it, they're there during this time. When those people die out, we'll see. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait 10 years, and then I'm
gonna $1 billion.
I'm gonna wait 15 years, and I'm gonna wait. Like, told you that you're not even gonna know I'm texting. This told you. It's gonna die out. No, if all it needs is one good movie. If it has one good movie, that changes everything. If it doesn't,
they need to stop with. I'll say they need to stop with the shows. Stop with the shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's Star Wars is movies. Star Wars
to be an event, and you're not doing the Force. You're not doing lightsaber battles. You're not doing good choreography. I'm telling you, it's going to be a problem.
Like if Andor was the only Star Wars show we got, I'll be cool. I'm like, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's a random side story, whatever. But it's one of like freaking. It feels like 100 shows at this point. Like they need to stop with the shows. They just need to stop. We appreciate all you guys. Thank you guys so much for checking out the Andor trailer with us. If you want to check out more trailers, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let's YouTube know we're doing some good stuff over here. And make sure you come and check us out every Monday and Thursday when we are live talking about movies, TV, trailers, all the other fun stuff. We're obviously gonna be breaking down every episode of Andor when they drop. So make sure you come and join us with that. And if you're in the live chat, we appreciate you guys sticking around with all your comments. Stick around, and we're gonna get into our next topic right now.